name is Muhammad Aidil Fahmi bin Aziz, and my metric number is H19A0256. So, for my part, I want to talk about introduction. This chapter will discuss 5 main points that will be determined as the opener of the research proposal. The 5 main factor that will be present is the background of the study, problem statement, the scope of the study, research question, and the research objective. The chapter also will be followed by the significance of the study and the definition of term. The summary will be put in the last chapter. Okay, background of the study. Generally, Malaysia is one of the countries that shown good result in many aspects of industry, from labor to the tourism industry. The tourism industry becoming the third biggest contributor to Malaysia GDP after manufacturing and commodities. Therefore, tourism in Malaysia had a lot of type and contribute toward the demand and the tourists to visit Malaysia. Over the previous view, Malaysia tourist reputation has progressively improved. So the type of tourists in Malaysia are mass tourism, historical tourism, medical tourism, sport tourism, and many more. Tourism in Langkawi Island has become one of the reasons why the purpose of the research proposal is being conducted to make the study being carried out. So because Langkawi Island has become the most attractive place, it will become one of the reasons why the mass tourism place exists, because of the highest rate of tourism who came to the place. Langkawi is district in the Malaysia state of Kedah that consists of 99 islands. The island's overall size is 47,848 hectares, with the major island of Langkawi alone being 32,000 hectares. The island is part of the Kedah district and contains 479 square kilometers of tropical ground. The Langkawi Development Authority is the local government body in charge of promoting and facilitating tourist development in Langkawi, of encouraging and implementing economic restructuring from low to high productivity industry. The government agency is also responsible for Langkawi social, economic, and physical growth, as well as the preservation of natural resources and the creation of the favorable environment for tourism industry operation. So next, problem statement. Mass tourism currently become an issue in some countries. It also become many tourists visit the place with the large of people at one time. The impact of environment, because the mass tourism become an issue for some countries that would like to keep the environment safe and safety. However, it become difficult when the place are not be controlled. Therefore, we would like to conduct the study to see more factors that impact mass tourism contribute toward the environment. We would like to determine the resident attitude toward mass tourism that harm the environment at Langkawi Island, Malaysia. It is because a report by the Timber Mafia 2018 mentioned that deforestation caused mostly by illegal logging and burning. In addition, the problem of mass tourism had affect the environment badly. It also patiently alerting and asserting reef around the island. So, I'll pass to the next presenter.
My name is Muhammad Koyuddin bin Abdul Halim, and my metric number is H19A0309. And today I will continue to our present, which is the research objective. The first research objective is to identify the understanding of the impact of mass tourism on the environment at Langkawi Island, Malaysia. The second one is to determine the resident attitude toward mass tourism that harm the environments at the Langkawi Island, Malaysia. And the third one is to study and determine how much Langkawi Island results are potentially altering the associated reef around the island. Next, we continue with the research questions. We provided 3 research questions, which is the first one is how far the understanding of the impact of mass tourism on the environment at Langkawi Island, Malaysia. The second one is what are the residents' attitude toward mass tourism that harm the environment at Langkawi Island, Malaysia. And the third one is the what and how many Langkawi Island results are potentially altering the associated reef around the islands. Next, we'll continue with the significance of research. Mass tourism had been recently shows an increase from 2017 to 2018 for tourism sectors. This research also be a reference to identify the understanding of the impact of mass tourism on the environment at Langkawi Island, Malaysia. Besides that, the research is to see and show how to determine the resident attitude toward the mass tourism that harms the environments at Langkawi Islands, Malaysia. The attitude can be determined the factor of understanding and how the feedback of the attitude that community give. Moreover, the research also be conducted to study and determine how much Langkawi Island results are potentially altering the associated reef around the islands. The purpose of this study would be to create an awareness program to share and educate with the knowledge to the young generation. This will create an opportunity for the young generations to understand the impact of mass tourism on the environment in Malaysia, especially tourism places that are islands. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Sulong and my metric number is H19A0246. And I will continue on the literature review. The first independent variable that is resident understanding. There is still a lack of understanding of the relationship between tourism and destination communities. The second independent variable, resident attitude. The overall effect of the tourism development on the resident attitude toward tourism. Local publicly express their displeasure with tourists and the tourism sector. For the third independent variable, that is Langkawi, result altering the associate reef. Sewage treatment facilities are poor, with a sewage test pit at each resort filtering waste via beach sand, via natural underwater groundwater outflow. Some Malaysian islands, such as Langkawi, have a poor sewage treatment facilities, and sewage is routinely pumped into catamarans and thrown into a sea and affect the coral reef. So we move to the next slide, that is the impact of mass tourism on the environment in Langkawi Island. This is our dependent variable. If we move to the mass tourism, it gives the same result as the tourism impact. It is because it is the same field. So it will bring a positive and negative effect from the mass tourism to the environment in the Langkawi Island, Malaysia. Primarily, the uncontrolled and excessive development of a new accommodation without proper planning could harm the environment. Next, conceptual framework. This is our conceptual framework where independent variable is resident understanding, resident attitude, and Langkawi result altering the associated reefs. And our dependent variable, that is the impact of mass tourism on environment in Langkawi Island, Malaysia. That's all for me.
My name is Muhammad Aishi Bazli bin Abu Bakar. My metric number is H19A0213. I will continue the presentation about methodology. So I will explain about 6 points. The first one is research design. Research design about quantitative methods which gathering data from Google Form questionnaire. Next is about population. Malaysian residents are estimated at around 32,765,209 people in 2021, according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia. After that, sample size. The sample size is 384 respondents who are tourists in the age of 20 to 40 years old. Next, sampling method. Sampling method is the non-probability sampling design. Is to fit into the convenience sampling. After that, research instrument. Research instrument is about questionnaire, 5-point Likert scale through the Google form. Lastly, data analysis. Data analysis is descriptive analysis. That's all. Thank you.
For the conclusion, we would like to make this proposal because we want to achieve all the objectives provided. We also want to create awareness to young generation that mass tourism can harm the environment if we can't be prevented. Therefore, we would like to help the tourism industry through our research of the proposal is being granted to study. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.